first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, Dylan Drake.
Come to a live APW Gym Wars on September 11th at the APW Garage.
And his tag team partner, from Carneyville, weighing in at 242 pounds, Jeckles the Jester.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on All Pro Wrestling TV. I, Donovan Diamond, now am joined by my colleague partner, Mr. Matthew Thiel.
Yes, I'm here. And I'm very, very unhappy, very disappointed with my team Corvus and the Mountain from Stone Mountain. But for all of you people watching, be rest assured, I did have a long talk to the pair of them, and everything will be okay.
I can tell you're upset, Matthew, because you didn't bring me a latte as well like normal. Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring right now, 4 of the greatest APW wrestlers and all former Universal Heavyweight Champion, with Derek Sanders on the outside as the current APW Universal Heavyweight Champion.
That's absolutely correct. The boss, Derek Sanders, being your current APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, teaming up, once was originally billed to team up with former champion, the Monster Malachi, but unfortunately Derek Sanders did suffer that terrible accident in Hawaii, and he will not be competing here today.
I'll tell you what, Matthew Thiel, horseback riding, Derek Sanders, something sounds a little fishy to me. Will Rood being the replacement. Will Rood, I don't think by choice replacing Derek Sanders. I think more by force. I believe that Derek Sanders is holding something over Will Rood's head. I believe blackmail may be in play.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Donovan. Who would pass up the opportunity to main event at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars? This here, Will Rood, in one of his very first matches here at APW, has the opportunity to step into the ring with 3 former champions, with the boss Derek Sanders in his corner, coaching him every step of the way.
Well, you're correct, Matthew. This is an opportunity for Will Rood. Let's see if he has what it takes to get in the ring with such talent as Dylan Drake and Jeckles the Jester.
And of course, let's not forget that Will Rood started his teaming up with the boss Derek Sanders by pounding Dylan Drake's face in.
That's true, using that chain. Just a few months back on All Pro Wrestling TV, as Will Rood takes the easy way out and tags in the Monster Malachi. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee for this match, Sparky Ballard, will be holding all the action inside that squared circle.
Okay, looks like Malachi is actually looking to get this starting off with Jeckles. Jeckles biting at the bit, chomping, waiting to get in there. He wants to have this hard-hitting fight. If you remember, Malachi and Jeckles have a long, storied history as they too fought over the Universal Heavyweight Championship.
Jeckles being the man to upset Malachi and end that undefeated streak he had going for him. As both men square off nose to nose, and a huge forearm by Malachi.
Of course, Jeckles is no pushover in the ring. He's got a wicked forearm of his own.
Both men exchanging in the center of the APW ring. Go behind with a tight waist by Jeckles. Malachi just shoves him off. Drop down by Malachi, a little unorthodox. And another huge forearm. Malachi may need a dentist. Do you have any references for him?
I have plenty of references, but I think they might be a little out of Jeckles or Malachi's price range.
There we go. Malachi once again trying to keep Jeckles in that corner. This seems to be the trademark. What is Derek Sanders doing?
Derek Sanders using his brain there, making sure that Jeckles is not able to get out of that corner, so Will Rood can add some forearms of his own.
Matthew Thiel, that was blatant cheating behind the referee's back.
You know what?
If the
referee doesn't see it, it's not cheating. Simple as that.
So I guess if you don't get caught, play ball, right?
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Yeah. Jeckles the Jester coming back with a huge clothesline to take control and tagging in Dylan Drake. Dylan Drake has a huge, heated rivalry with Derek Sanders, as we've seen in that video package earlier today.
Absolutely. The boss, Derek Sanders, and Dylan Drake go back months and months and months as Dylan Drake gloated and held his title of being APW's sexiest wrestler as voted by the fans, taunting it in front of the boss, Derek Sanders. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, as we've seen right there, 2 body slams from Dylan Drake to Will Rood in a cover, broken up by the Monster Malachi. Derek Sanders has all of his cards in line for this tag match, and it looks to me that Will Rood may have bitten off a little more than he can chew, but with a 3-on-2 advantage, who knows?
I definitely agree with that statement. Will Rood is definitely a little worse for wear here heading into this match. A huge vertical suplex by Jeckles the Jester. He may have stepped into this main event at the wrong time.
That was almost it right there. Will Rood has been taking a beating since this bell rang.
But of course, Will Rood does have an incredible coach in your current APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, the boss, Derek Sanders.
And another huge body slam, taking nothing away from Derek Sanders. I just think Derek should have maybe not strapped up on that saddle and came prepared to wrestle this match himself. Huge leg drop by Dylan Drake.
Of course, when you are the Universal Heavyweight Champion, you do have that, Malachi breaking up the pin there, you do have the option of picking and choosing your battles, I'd have to say. Unfortunately, he did run into that injury, but I'm sure from the bottom of my heart that the boss Derek Sanders would be wrestling if he could in this match today.
Another huge suplex by Dylan Drake. Will Rood is taking a beating.
Well, of course, Dylan Drake does have a little bit of a sense of revenge here. Cover, kick out by Will Rood. Because Will Rood did pound his face in with that chain, as we talked about a couple of months ago.
Matthew Theo, I don't take Dylan Drake as a vengeance-type person. I take Dylan Drake more as a competitive athlete here in All Pro Wrestling, doing his best to get back on top of APW and get back in that title scene for the Universal Heavyweight title.
By viciously beating up an APW rookie, someone who was barely out of the APW boot camp?
Well, if Dylan Drake feels that anybody that steps in that ring is an equal competitor, that's the right way to look at it. Huge Irish whip in the corner and a big hip toss. Jeckles the Jester in control of Will Rood. And once again, Malachi in to break up the cover. These guys are never going to score a victory as long as Malachi's still standing. He'll break up a cover each and every time.
Malachi does understand that Will Rood is outsized in this contest against Jeckles the Jester. If Malachi's not in there, Will Rood could potentially lose the match for his team, and Malachi doesn't want that.
But do you really think that Will Rood needed to be in this match? Or do you think that, like you said, the boss, Derek Sanders, is picking and choosing his battles, taking the champion's easy way out?
Well, when you are the Universal Heavyweight Champion, of course you do have that option. But, like we said, look at the tape around the boss Derek Sanders' elbow. There's no way that he'd be able to wrestle this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.